What's up, world? It's me, Gary with the G, and we're in the building today with the Taurus Public Defender and chambered in 45 Colt and 410 gauge. Now, the question is, I'm gonna unveil it and get it safe for you, so you can see that it is safe. There's nothing in there, nothing in the chamber, anywhere. So, the question about this gun is it convenient for everyday carry? Me personally, I'm going to say no. And the reason being is it is compact, but it's a little bit too much to carry for everyday carry. I believe it's better for home defense, and I'm going to go into why. Alright, so I'm going to tell you about the gun first. First of all, this is the Judge Public Defender in matte black and gunmetal or chrome. It has a rubber grip. It's 5 shots. It's overall it is 7+ inches, and it's a 2-inch barrel on this. It's chambered in 2.5, so don't make the mistake that I did and went and got 410 shots to put in it because it said it held 410, and I had 3-inch shells, and it actually got stuck in there. I was able to get it out, but that's what I made the mistake I made when I first got it. So it's 2.5-inch shells that you have to put in here if you're going to shoot 410 rounds. It has a fixed front sight that's high visibility. It's red, so it glows in the dark, and it has a fixed rear sight. The sights are okay. I like the front sight. The rear sight could have been a little bit better. It weighs about 27 ounces empty, and has a smooth trigger pull, but it's the double action on it is a long trigger pull, and it is heavy. But on the single action, it's about a 5-pound trigger pull. It's about 12 pounds on the double action. Okay. Again, it's polymer with steel frame. All the internals are steel, but the outside is polymer. It makes it pretty light, but you need it to be a little heavy to handle these type of rounds. Again, for the everyday carry, what I don't like about it is I have larger hands, and if you can see, this trigger guard here is shaped funny for one, and it's really tiny. To mention, the grip is really tiny, so when I grab it, if you can see, I can't get all fingers even to hold it. And this has some recoil to it, so makes it uncomfortable. And after you shoot it a while, you notice that on the trigger guard on the bottom here rubs up against your knuckle. So after a few shots out of this, 20 odd shots, 30 odd shots out of this, it begins to hurt your knuckle. It doesn't feel comfortable at all. But I do feel that in a close quarter home defense situation, that I would want this by my bedside or by my front door or anywhere in the house, because I have the choice of 45 long Colt or these critical defense Hornady 410 gauge rounds or shells, which this is 1 slug and 2 I think 38 gauge metal balls. Some great ammunition for close quarters in the house. I'd love to have this in the house, but I don't think it would be ideal for me to carry this every day. I'll stick with my normal Taurus G2S for my everyday. These cost around $480. I think I paid $399 for this, so it's not a bad price. I know someone asked me, well, would your wife want to carry it? My wife, she doesn't like a lot of recoil, so her everyday carry is going to be a 380. This has a little bit too much recoil for her. She doesn't like the comfort value of it. For me, it's comfortable, but I'm not going to shoot a lot of rounds out of it for the simple fact, again, I have bigger hands. It's a tight trigger guard that I think they could have did a little bit better on that design. But overall, I do recommend this gun for home defense. You guys tell me what you think in the comments. I have shot this a few times with both styles of rounds. They both work flawlessly. And on single action, I had great accuracy at 11 yards. At 11 yards, I had great accuracy, which for me, again, being a beginner, I'm not an avid shooter. I'm not a professional at this. I was on target. You know, I had great 1-inch to 2-inch groupings out of this on target, on single action. When I noticed when I put it in double action and I tried it from a double action standpoint, the shots veered off a little bit more. But I'm sure with practice, I'll get better with the double action. But single action works flawlessly. Great visibility with the sight at the front, and this is what it looks like. And that's a big barrel. You know, that holds not one, but 2 styles of ammunition. So I'm going to be cleaning this next for you guys to see this. If there's something you want to know, again, leave me a comment, hit the like button, subscribe. But before we go, the question has came up: do you carry with one in the pipe or one in the chamber, or do you carry it on safety? Those type of questions come up. And my answer to you is, if I'm going to carry it, it's for defense. I want to be able to use it at any given moment without having to fiddle and fumble around with anything. When I first started carrying, I did carry unloaded because I was uneasy that, what if it goes off? What if this happens? What if I accidentally shoot myself? But once you get more comfortable with carrying, you know, you may start off with one not in the chamber. Once you get comfortable with what you're carrying, you've shot it a lot of times. I've actually dropped my pistol, which I don't recommend, loaded, and it was fine. You know, I think in a self-defense standpoint, I want to be ready at any given moment. I don't want to have to think about having to rack it. When I'm racking it, is the slide gonna fail? Is it gonna fail to feed? You know, a lot of times in life or death situations, you don't have that precious time to be messing around with. So to answer your question, yes, I carry with one in the pipe, ready to go. Another question they asked, or I've been asked, well, what type of gun do you carry? If you would check my other videos, you would know that I'm going to carry that Taurus G2S. 7 in the mag, 1 in the head, and yes, this one is loaded. So, and it's loaded with Hornady hollow point in this one. But yeah, so that's what I carry every day, and I feel comfortable carrying it. I am careful with it. I respect the firearm. I don't play around, even though it is my toys, but I won't play around with them. It's a grown-up toy. You're going to take care of it. I'm going to make sure it's cleaned, oiled, and ready to be in the fight at any given moment. Is there anything, you know, again, with the carrying one in the chamber, I know there's a lot of people out there, well, it's really not safe. What if this? What if that? You know, with anything, if you train with one not in the chamber, and you train for years and years and years, because that's how long it'll probably take, and you feel comfortable where you can reach in your appendix or in your waist, wherever you carry in your pocket, and rack it and get off a shot in time, so be it. I'm not mad at you. I'm not going to do it. I don't recommend anybody that carry any type of firearm to do it that way as well. I've asked local law enforcement, they carry one in the chamber, all right, because they got to be ready at any time. So should you. But there's a debate there. Whether you do, whether you don't, that's your choice. I've been asked, I'm going to tell you. One is going to be in that pipe ready to blow at any time. So I want you guys to like, subscribe, share. Tell me what you think. Leave me a comment. And as always, smash that notification bell so you can stay in tune when we bring you that next video. It's me, Gary with the G, signing off.